Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about contemporary fiction, as the book that Misty has been talking about. So she did a video previously about the contemporary books that she wants to read, I believe. So I thought to make a video on the ones that the ones that are sort of on top of my list to read. Of course, I've got lots and lots as well, so I'm just going to get stuck straight into it. The first one I have, which is a library book, which I should be actually starting fairly soon, even though I've got so many books I still want to read right now, especially this pile. When I look at it, it's like, I just want to read them all now. Oh, the joys of having so many books. Okay, so the first book that I really want to read, which is a contemporary fiction, I believe, is Fall for Anything by Courtney Summers. As you can see, like I said, it is a library book, so probably after I finish reading the library book I'm reading right now, I might get started on this and see how I go with that. Also a library book, I think it's dramatic fiction more than contemporary, but I'm just going to call it contemporary for the sake of it being that, because it's not chick lit and it's fiction, and I dare say, I don't think it's women's fiction, but oh well. Which is A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. I haven't read any of his books yet, so like I've said a couple of times, I really just want to see if I can get into it or not. If I can, I'll pick up some more of his books, but I'm not going to go out and purchase any until I know if I like him or not. Then one of the books that I have been wanting to get into for a while now, but I keep pushing it back, is Artichoke Hearts. And I am determined to read this book by the end of the year, because I want to read 2 books with similar titles. Artichoke's Heart is a book I read at the start of the year, and I want to finish the year off with Artichoke Hearts, which I think is hilarious. I am so laughing my head off at the title, but I want to read it. And this is more of a lower level YA, I guess, because it's about a younger girl. I don't know how old she is, but I'm really excited to read this book, and I love the cover. It's so pretty, so colourful. That's what I need to be doing, getting into the more colourful covers, because summer is all about colour and sun, or if you're in America, it's more about coldness and snow, am I correct? Well, over here, it's like boiling. I don't even want to go outside. It's hot. Don't you? Why are you hissing at the books? My kitten is hissing at the books. She wants to read contemporary fiction as well. Don't you, Gracie? Don't you? Say hello. Hello. Oh no! Don't hiss at my books. So that's Gracie. So the next book, which I keep saying I'm going to read, and then I never do, which is annoying because, oh my god, I want to read this book. I read all the books. Why else would I get them? Burned by Ellen Hopkins. It is the only book of Ellen Hopkins that I own, and one that I really, really need to read. I've seen so many reviews on her books that it's just so tempting to get all of them. But I picked up Burned, and I haven't got into it yet. So, and I know it's in verse, etc., but I don't want to just go through it and read it like, okay, I don't want to do that. I want to actually spend a weekend or a week, preferably a weekend, where I can just sit down and read, because during the week, my life is really hectic, so I get reading bits here and there and everything. But, yeah, I really want to actually spend some time reading this. Then, I really want to read well, it's a reread from my teenage years, but I really want to read Sugar Rush by Julie Burchill. This is a YA contemporary LGBT book, I believe, because it's got lesbians in it, and deals with sexuality and things like that. And it's pretty short. It's like 200 and something pages, like 230 or so. So, I mean, most of these books, if I actually sit down and read them, I can pretty much read it in a day or two. Yes, it does take me that long, because I get distracted a lot, as you can probably tell. I'm just going to take a sip of my tea. Okay, so, 2 more down. Two. Okay, so, the next book I want to read, or one of the contemporary books I want to read, is Winter Girls by Laurie Hall Sanderson. I don't know why, but every time I think of Laurie Hall Sanderson, I think of Kirsten Stewart in the movie. Not this, oh my god, Speak. I don't know why, it just conjures up that memory. And so, but I really, really love this version of the cover. It's so simplistic yet colourful, and when I'm looking at covers, I find more strong colours to be something that will grab my attention. So obviously it hasn't grabbed my attention recently, but that is because a lot of my books are actually double stacked and I actually forget that I have them. So it's like going to a bookstore really, when I go into my room. It's like, oh, you know, I'll read this, and then a couple of months later I'll find out that I have some books that I forgot I had, and it's exciting. And then they get put back on the shelf again, so let's hope not. Let's hope by at least the end of January or February next year that I have some of these books read. But, yes. And lastly, of course, which I'm considering actually starting very soon, so shame for not actually already starting it, but I have been busy and I have been reading at least 5 books at the same time, so I'm getting them out there, but not quite fast enough. It's the internet, it's evil, I tell you. Okay, so obviously, Lola and the Boy Next Door. Yes, I haven't read it yet. You're gonna beat me with a stick. I understand I haven't read it, and quite frankly I need to go and actually get the paperback edition. I know that I have the hardback edition, but I want to get the hardback edition of Anna and the French Kiss to add to my hardback collection, and I also want to get the paperback edition of Lola and the Boy Next Door to add to my paperback edition. Did I say that right? You know what I'm talking about, guys. So I must read this book soon. I have to read it. I really do. I have to read it. So that's my contemporary reads. So thank you guys for watching. Sticking with my craziness. I think I put way too much sugar in my tea and I've been drinking too much Coke. So let's see if we can actually, or rather I can actually read, rather than, because you can't read for me, read some of these books before the end of at least next year. Because if they're still on my bookshelf by the end of next year, I think there's something seriously wrong. Yeah. You know, guys, like, really. I mean, if Lola and the Boy Next Door is still on my bookshelf by March next year, I think you guys ought to give me a kick up the arse, seriously, and say, you know what, no. You can just, like, no, you need to read that, girlfriend. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate all comments, I appreciate all subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I love you all, and I appreciate all of you. So happy reading, and yeah, what are your contemporary reads that you need to read that have been on your bookshelf for like 7 years?